Zaya was a company that when I first started working with them, they had $0 revenue for the first 12 months. And the CEO had just taken out a $50 million loan in order to keep going, which, if I took out a $50 million loan, I don't know that I would ever sleep again. So I went in and did an analysis of the company, and it needed a complete overhaul. We let the entire executive team go and replaced it with superstars. I have a philosophy that you don't hire C players, you don't hire B players, you only hire superstars. And that's exactly what we did. We let everyone go. We brought in a team of superstars. And then what we did is we completely revamped our sales and marketing strategy. And Zaya is a home developer. And I always tell people that we, instead of marketing on granite and lighting and all of the wonderful fixtures of homes, we marketed on diabetes, heart disease, and teen drug use, which makes complete sense, right? Sell homes, we're going to talk about diabetes. But that's exactly what we did, because we did an analysis of our ideal buyers. And we learned that they weren't interested in buying a home, but they did care about things like diabetes and heart disease because they were in a demographic group that experienced that at a higher rate than the average group. Their children were at risk for obesity and teen drug use because they were being not attended to as well as they could be by their parents. So we started marketing. We reached out to our prospects, just talking about the things that they cared about. And what happened was, they wanted to hear what we had to say. Now, obviously, we had to make a connection between their fears of those health issues and the product that we were selling, but we actually did that, and we talked to them. Our homes were actually near the water, and we talked to them about how being near the water reduces your stress, and that reduces your risk for diabetes and heart disease, and there's a lot more to it than that, but that's the basic concept. So one of the things that I like to say is, meet your prospects and your clients where they are, not where you want them to be. When I talk to my clients about what I call strategic marketing or educational marketing, there's a wide belief that they understand it, but in reality they don't. They want to go in and educate their prospects about their product. And most of the time, the prospect doesn't care about your product. They care about what's happening in their lives and what's going to make their lives better. Only about 3% of your ideal market actually cares about what you're selling them. And that 3% is interested in buying. But what does that mean to you? That means that 97% of your potential market, 97% of the money that you could make, you're leaving it on the table because you're not interesting the people who are potentially going to buy from you. So that was one of the things that we did. We did a lot of really creative things. We as I said, we did a lot of market research on our ideal clients, what they were interested in. And then we used that market research in some really creative ways. One of the things that we did is we created, how men carry, or at least used to or still do, I don't know, little black books, with girls' names in it. So we created our own little black book, very cute, had all of our data in it about risks for heart disease and risks for child drug use and obesity, and how grades were improved by spending time with family and all of that. And then we put little recommendations. These are the people that you can contact for additional help. So it was a marketing tool for us because it had our research in it. And at the same time, it was providing valuable information to people who potentially were interested in buying our products. The cool thing about that is we hand it to them. They don't feel like they're being marketed at. They feel like they're getting something of value. And then, of course, at the end, we did have lovely pictures of our property and all of that traditional marketing stuff. But the first thing that we did was we inspired them to look deeper because we let them know that we cared about them. One of the things that I often say to my clients is, you don't want to participate in your market. You don't want to play in the market. You want to own your market. And the way that you do that is not by marketing at people. Think of it this way. When somebody comes at you to sell you something, what's your natural inclination? It's to back away, right? But when somebody's telling you something of value, when you get a genuine sense that they care about you, you want to lean in and learn more. And so that is the cornerstone of how we went from 0 to 600 million in 12 months. And I know when I tell this story, a lot of people say, you know what, I don't believe that. It's not believable, but it's actually true. First 8 months, it was a big struggle. We didn't make a whole lot, but at the end of the 8th month, we were at 298 million. And at the end of the 12th month, we were at 600 million because we became our client's trusted advisor. They came to us for advice.